Hello, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Bit of a slow start, yeah. So Rob's off for the next 2 weeks, so there'll be some interesting vlogs, just the three of us. But yeah, we've done sprint planning today, going over what we're doing this week. It's mostly going to be catching up with some DLC stuff. So we got the Colour Pixels DLC that Jack's finished a while ago. I'm just getting that QA tested, getting that ready to be put into a build next week. And then Hexseed as well. We've got a lot of Hexseed we'll be catching up on, so I want to make sure that just get a bunch of levels done for that and just try and get that announced and ready.
Yeah, and as for me and Laura, we're working on a lot of Skyset stuff. I'll be doing a lot of Skylets, and I know Laura's going to be working on the Easter Island update, so she's going to be making a lot of eggs, lots of Easter-themed objects for the island.
So the start of this week has been catching up with DLC work. I've made the Hexseed store pages live, and we've sent off the realistic book to Steam as well. Still waiting for that to be approved so I can announce it, but as you can see, I've started actually QA testing the levels as well. Sort of jumping around a bit just because the size of some of these are quite daunting, like this one. 250 by 260, so that'll take quite a while to test. But yeah, so far so good. A few minor tweaks that I make here and there. And you see here on the Earth, the black outline or the black background is in the middle of the planet as well. So I've moved the black from the middle of the globe, stuff like that. And mainly what I'm looking for, this lizard level's a good example, is finding colours that have pixels that are randomly dotted around. So I think, yeah, we've got some random colours down the bottom here, that sort of stuff. Make sure they're getting erased or changed to a different colour, just so it's a bit less frustrating to play as well, and make sure it's quite fun to play. So yeah, it's taken quite a while, just based on the size of these, but I'm going to get as many done as I can through the week, and yeah, we'll see what we'll get.
Okay, so I've just finished work on our newest Skylet that's themed around an octopus, which is now called Doc. This is from, and I think it's a little joke from Rob of Dr. Octopus. Obviously, it's an octopus themed Skylet. And overall, it wasn't too hard to do. It didn't take long to make at all. Sort of like a bow situation where it took about a day to do, just overall to get done. And overall, I'm pretty happy with it. So all the animations are done now. Really happy with the eat animation, especially, as I can quickly show off here. Where's the timer? There we go. So he uses the tentacles there to eat. That's really cute. And as usual, I have done a little render of this guy too, which is here. Ooh. So yeah, pretty happy with this little one. But now moving on to a bigger Skylet, which is our crab-themed Skylet. I actually got this design done quite a while ago. I think it was some time early last week where I was designing a few more, but now I'm doing the color palette. I'm going to send this off to the team now to see what they think. However, for me, I'm definitely leaning towards number 1 and 3 here. I think these are really nice colors. I like number 1 as it's more traditional, but I sort of like the sort of pinkish hue to this third one. So maybe a mix of both, but we'll see what the team thinks. But as of now, I'm going to start getting modeled on this thing, as it's a bit more of a high detail model, so I'm going to get a bit of a head start.
So I'm not sure how much of this page I can show. This is the Nintendo back-end stuff. I'm starting to set up the store pages for the next year of DLC on Hexseed on Switch. And then it's sort of like dawning on me how much admin work that actually is. I forget every time. You see here, this is Glacius, the previous year. I think year 3, because we're doing year 4 now on Switch. You've got the banners and stuff, that's fine. I know I need to resize that. But the screenshots, everything like that, you need to make sure the screenshots have the correct UI, so it's actually something from the Switch. And that's something I can just quickly do on the PC. So if I go over to Rob's PC and start getting the screenshots from the actual Switch. So I've got some here. There we go. You're getting some screenshots of the up-to-date or the next set of DLC. However, the problem was the Switch died after doing 3 lots of the screenshots, and obviously the 6 DLC. So I need to take another 3 lots of screenshots as well. So I put the Switch on charge. I'm going to take a break for now though. I've just got an email in saying that the next Colour Pixels pack has been approved. So I'm going to get that live and get the announcements ready for that as well, because that is coming out next week.
Hello. Yesterday and the day before, I was working from home and I was making this island for an Easter update. It's supposed to go with the event pier, and it's matching the entrance shape of the pier, and this will be the place where players will be able to go and collect special items like an egg rug, a daffodil pot, a bunny light, and more, I think. All of these are blockouts still, today I tweaked the colors of this island. I initially had just like regular colorful colors for these triangles here, but I changed them for Eastery colors instead. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be very, very pretty, and I'm excited, and you should be excited. Everyone should be excited.
Okay, so I've just got done finishing the texture for Pebble, and overall I'm really happy with this. I did make a few tweaks to the design to make it just a little bit more interesting. So you can see on the claw I've added a sort of bit of a stripy pattern here, just to try to break up the claws on the actual arm, and I've added some patterns to the top of the shell as well. From the top it looked a bit dull, so I added a bit more variation there. And yeah, I also added a bit of a highlight on this sort of mouth, what do we call this, sort of body piece in the middle here, in the mouth, just to make it look a bit more 3D, and I think it's worked out really well. I also did a render, of course, as usual, of our little guy here, which I'll quickly open up. There it is. So you can see here, looks pretty good. Lee has just commented to make the eyes a bit bigger, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly make these a bit larger, but then again, it doesn't really matter, as this will probably be Rob's problem when it comes to putting in Unity, so I may not have to tweak it yet. I'll wait until it's in Unity to see if it blocks any of the patterns. If not, good to go. If so, then I'll have to move around the texturing a bit so it fits in these three triangle areas here. But as for the next step, I'm actually doing the rigging now, and honestly, I think it's done. The rigging didn't really take too much time at all. So my plan was I wanted to sort of rig the feet in a way that they would sort of work with the body, the movement of the body. I think I've gotten it working pretty well. So if I move around the body here, let's put on the text so you can see it. You can see now that the body moves with the legs, and the legs stay planted on the floor. So you can sort of do that sort of crab dance where it does this. So hopefully it won't take too long to animate. I'm going to start now and get everything done. Of course, the claws are also animated too.
Today I made a buttontail statue. Well, I didn't make it. Well, I did. I didn't make the buttontail. Jack was very kind, and he positioned buttontail in a way that would be helpful for the statue. So I just sat buttontail on a tree stump, and it's all grey because it's made of stone, and I reused the basket from the basket I've already done, and the eggs and some grass, and there's some mushrooms, and because it's so grey, which isn't a bad thing, but because it is an Easter update, an Easter event, and it's all about Easter colours and everything, I decided to add some colour with the balloons that basically look like eggs, and it's tied to the buttontail's arm.
Okay, so I just got finished doing a stream, and obviously I was working on a new skylight as usual. And you can see here I did do some 2D designs of our new manta-ray themed skylight. These were actually just quick sketches that I did before the stream, just to get a basic idea of what I want to do. I digitized them all to also test out some colours and patterns. As you can see here, they're all pretty much the same, but they also have a little bit of differences, like the patterns, also like the silhouette of the wings and things like that. And to be honest, I went with this design here as a sort of like the sort of aerodynamic look. So you can see here, I've got it pretty much modelled it pretty much entirety in the stream here, and it looks pretty good. I've added a few extra tendrils in the back to give it a bit more of a cool sort of design. I think it works out pretty well. The difficult part was sort of getting these mandibles to work here, because I wanted a place to put the eyes on. Obviously, we don't want the eyes flat on the top of the back, we want it facing forward. So that bit was a bit of a challenge, but after that bit was sorted, and the design pretty much flew by. So now I'm going to quickly throw it into Substance Painter and get texturing, and hopefully get it started, animated and rigged by next week.
So I spent the past day and a half or so on the Hexseed Switch submissions, and pretty much done, just getting ready for the last section here. Learning some of the, or relearning some of the issues that I totally forgot about, mostly being the assets here. For the store page, they have to be .jpeg, not .jpg. See, I haven't done the Chinese one, that's because going back into the store page as well, realised you don't actually submit DLC to the Hong Kong. There was some issue with the Hong Kong version of Hexseed on Switch, so we haven't got any DLC for that. But for the other three, I had to correct the file extension just so it could actually be uploaded to Switch. But here, sort of a bit of a wall at the very end here. You can see there, these are the top 6 DLC, the ones I've put together, and I only sent off the first one for review. And the reason for that being is that I was getting an error when I was submitting it, saying that the patch version wasn't supported or wasn't found, and then had a quick chat with Rob. Thankfully, he's available to have a quick chat even though he's off, to see what's going on. And you can see the patches in other parts of the Nintendo backend, but not in this section here, which is sort of the page where you send off all the store pages. So as you see, I've only submitted the one. I've put a big note on there about the issue we're seeing, what we can do to fix it, if anything. I want to get back, hopefully I can get the rest of them sorted as well. I won't do that for the Europe and the Australia pages. These are all the American ones, they're not sent off. Same with Japan and Korea, they're not sent off either. So yeah, send one off, we'll hear back from them, and once it's done, hopefully get them all sent off, because they all need to be approved as well, I believe, for the actual Year Pass page as well, because I couldn't see the pages in the Year Pass to link it to the pass. So yeah, bit of a blocking, but hopefully by the time we come back on the weekend, it'll be sorted.
Hello, today I was still working on Easter stuff, on the Easter updates. I made an egg house for Yolk, for the Yolk Skylight. Yolk will be able to go up these little wooden stairs and then it will live here, and I guess if Yolk lays an egg it can have like a whole family here, which will be really cute. I like the stick idea that Lee suggested. It works really well. It was supposed to look like a regular egg yolk box, but it looked quite plain, so I was experimenting with some colors. Yolk also has lots of colors, so I just used the ones that Yolk has got.
Start recording and drop the phone shot. Jack!
Hello!
It's Friday!
Yes, just me today doing rap, but by the time this video comes out, I think the new Colouring Pixels DLC will be out. Yes, Realistic 2. It's a good one, please check it out. It was a bit of an odd one to do, but it was quite fun. And then we Hexseed at the end of the month as well. That'll be coming out. Lee's been hard at work on that. Is there anything else? Is there Woo Loop?
Been another month for Woo Loop, so no, not really.
Woo Loop. I'm sure you can keep an eye on the progress later on after this video. But yeah, thank you everyone who joined the stream today, as usual, and thank you to our Discord members, our Patreon members, and we'll thank Rob, enjoying his vacation. Thank you, Rob, for taking some time off.